Good afternoon, Jacksonville Lighthouse Elementary families and scholars, and welcome to our 2024 open house. We are excited to have you. We're going to talk about a few different important things tonight, so we will go ahead and get started. Our agenda for tonight, we will be going through some of our new staff introductions, a little bit about who we are as a school, our Title I designation and information, as well as some school procedures and some updates, and we will end with questions. First, a couple of shifts in our district, and Mrs. LaShonda Noel is the superintendent of Arkansas Lighthouse Charter Schools. Dr. Sarper Turker will take over the role of superintendent for the upcoming school year. We are incredibly excited to have the whole district team, and they all serve different roles. So these positions are the leaders in our district. At your very own Jacksonville Lighthouse Elementary, the majority of staff are returning. We are incredibly thrilled to have everyone back on site. However, we do have a few new faces this school year. Mrs. Kiana Denny will be serving as a first grade teacher. We welcome her to the staff. Mrs. Avetta James is joining the staff as a second grade teacher. And Mr. Kenroy Edwards is joining the staff as our third and fourth grade math teacher. Also joining us this year is Miss Diane Irvin. She will serve as our Director of Compliance for Child Nutrition. So we are excited to welcome these 4 new members to the staff at Jacksonville Lighthouse Elementary. It's very important that we recognize and celebrate some of the amazing things that we did last year, as well as the accomplishments of our scholars academically, socially, emotionally. Just wanted to share a couple pictures. Here's some kiddos participating in club activities, some of our kiddos participating in learning, stations, technology, just a few pictures. It is also incredibly important that we recognize our staff and our families and our parents and guardians. We couldn't achieve anything without the help of all of our stakeholders. That means our parents, our guardians, our grandparents, our staff, every single person, the business partners, the community, everyone is involved in making sure that our kiddos get the best possible learning experience. We have dozens of pictures. We will make sure to prioritize posting on social media and Class Dojo this year to continue to promote our wonderful school. We will go ahead and get into a little bit about who we are. So a little bit about who we are. The Arkansas Lighthouse mission. This is what we promise as a school that we will do, what we will deliver. This is the work that we put in, our promise that we will engage, embrace, and empower scholars, families, and community members to create a vibrant, supportive local ecosystem for all through education. That means we are going to engage your scholars, make sure they are excited and interested in what we are teaching, embrace, show them the love, care, and compassion that they deserve to show that they are loved in our school, and empower to make sure that our staff and scholars have what they need to be successful on their own. The Arkansas Lighthouse vision, this is what we promise we are going to accomplish with our scholars. Our scholars will be academically sound, technologically savvy, culturally competent, and sustainability conscious, meaning they will be proficient and they will be growing in their academics so that they are solid in all things reading, writing, math, science, social studies. Technologically savvy, they will understand the technology and the tools of the 21st century. Culturally competent, being weary and understanding and kind toward everyone, no matter their diversity, their background. Sustainability conscious, making sure that our kiddos have everything they need to be successful in the world. Our value statement: we engage, embrace, and empower every scholar, every voice, every day. Arkansas Lighthouse Charter School has a district-wide Title I designation, and the goal is to create a strong partnership between schools and families to ensure our schools reach the highest level of academic achievement possible. Title I simply means that we have a number of families living below the social economic status in terms of economic income. And so what that does is the state provides extra money that goes toward supporting the academics of all of our scholars. The school also offers a fresh fruit and vegetables program. Jacksonville Lighthouse Elementary received this grant some years back so that at least twice a week, our scholars are receiving a fresh fruit and or vegetable. Breakfast and lunch, this is very important. So according to the LEARNS Act, any family that qualifies for reduced price based on income will automatically qualify for free. Families simply need to fill out an application for breakfast and lunch. If you have not already, please see the child nutrition team to fill out one of these applications. Otherwise, breakfast is $2.10 a meal, and lunch is $3.50 a meal. And the food is phenomenal. You'll get a chance to test some of it today. The food is absolutely awesome. The school will track scholar accounts for how much they owe, and at any time, families are able to come up and pay for that unless they filled out the document and have qualified for free and reduced or free breakfast and lunch. No matter what, your child will always be able to eat. Just because they have a balance or an outstanding balance of what they owe does not mean we will not feed your child. We will always make sure your child is fed. Going back to the Title I designation, our goal of making sure we are creating a partnership. Again, this money provides federal aid to the schools to make sure we are really supporting our our English language arts as well as our math scores. So reading, writing, phonics, as well as our math. The money goes toward assisting with pullouts, making sure we have additional staff that can pull students out for intervention as needed. Also pushing in, providing additional support and instruction in the classroom. Also helping to go toward our after-school program, which will start September 9th. Again, our after-school program will start September 9th. Our summer academy, our All-C Summer Academy, as well as our response to intervention or our RTI. Some of the instructional resources that we use: educational games, IXL, and MyLexia, both resources that you will be able to utilize at home. The curriculum that we use is all state approved and follows the core essential standards that we want our scholars to learn. You will be receiving from your teachers, from your scholars' teachers, information about the standards that they are teaching this year and their objectives and just the material that your kiddos are going to be learning. It is absolutely vital that we work together because we know that families at home will support the academic progress of our kiddos, and we want to make sure we are sharing everything we're using and teaching at the school. For reading, we use Phonics First, Haggerty, 95 percentile, Wit and Wisdom, Zaner Blozier. For math, we use Eureka. Science, we use STEM Scopes and Mystery Science. Social Studies is new this year. We will utilize McGraw-Hill. We are incredibly excited about our new, for the school, new Social Studies curriculum, so we will have every subject covered. Music, PE, and art have their state standards and their materials, so they will be delivering the highest quality instruction possible, as well as our gifted and talented and our special education program. Intervention resources include IXL, MyLexia, and a combination of all the aforementioned curriculum that we've purchased. It's incredibly important that we share with families the progress that the school has been making over the past couple of years. What we want to emphasize on this screen is this tracks the school's data on NWEA map from fall of 2023 to this most recent spring assessment, so 1 year. Ideally, you want to see this middle column showing 100% or more. That these tests are based on norm data across the country. If a student grows, if 100% of growth is met, that means they grew 1 year, from second grade to third grade, from third to fourth. So 100% means we grew on average 1 year. Made projected growth, the system creates a growth score for our scholars. So ideally, we have at least 50% meeting their growth goal. Again, that puts us right at the average. Anything over 50% for made projected growth is above the average, as well as anything above 100% growth. As we see from fall to spring, kindergarten was always over 100%, third grade math and reading over 100%, and fourth grade math. We saw a lot of classes as well, over 50% met their projected growth. However, as a school, we have promised to be academically sound. So we are always looking to ways to do better, perform better, and continue to be the highest performing academic school around. We made some shifts, did some tweaks, and we changed our plan, what we call the pathway to an A. We call that That is the plan that guides the school. It is our school improvement plan, and we established some new planning, some new curriculum study, as well as more intentional work with staff over instruction. We take this test, the NWA test, in the fall, the winter, and the spring. So we saw the fall to spring comparison. This data shows the winter to spring comparison. After we made some shifts, we saw the biggest gain, the most growth that second semester of last school year. Now we see every single class except for one, which was very close, was over 100% in growth. And every single class, over 50% of our scholars made their projected growth or past it. That means we are passing the national average in growth. We are over the expected average in growth. Unfortunately, Atlas scores have not been released yet for the state test. As soon as those are released, we will share with families. However, as we see the growth that was made on NWA, especially in second semester, we see that the tweaks and adjustments we've made have been phenomenal, far outbeating in every grade level, any school around nationally or in the state of Arkansas. And this is just a quick summary of what each area looked like. So if you compare last spring to this spring, you'll see that in reading, 59% of students met their growth goal, or I'm sorry, yes, 59% of students met their growth goal, 101% of growth met. Math from year to year, this is an area of need. This is something we've identified as focus. 32% met growth, 78% of growth met. We can do higher than that. We can do better. And as you see, we made tweaks. So by the fall of 2023, we're starting to perform a little better. Now in math, 49% met their goal, 98% of growth met. In reading, 105% of growth met, with 51% of students meeting their goal. If we look at our winter to spring data, just like we showed on this past slide, we see that as a school, 68% of our students met their reading goal and 144% of growth was met. In math, 62% of students met their growth goal and 125% of growth was met. As a school, when we made these shifts and shift some and change some things for that second semester, we saw just how incredible those moves, just how much of an incredible difference those moves made in increasing our academics and our growth. We also identified areas of need. So even though the data that second semester showed tremendous gains, there's still areas that need some more attention. In math, we've identified that kindergarten needs more emphasis on number and place value. First, second, third, and fourth grade all need data analysis, something that we identified as the curriculum. We need more resources in the curriculum to do that. For reading, we identified kinder was language and writing. First and second grade, also language and writing. Third and fourth grade, it starts to shift to comprehension. We're really heavily emphasizing kinder, first and second grade. Learn the phonics skills. We're going to add grammar to help with the language piece this year. Then third and fourth grade, there's a much heavier emphasis on comprehension, which will be a big focus for the year. Last year, our proficient students, those students who are scoring at the 61st percentile and above, those who are performing on grade level, in literacy, that number went from 21% to 32%. We had an 11% increase in students performing at the proficient level in literacy. In math, we went from 26% to 27%, a 1% increase. We need way more than that. We need to go up more than 1%. Again, we've identified math is a need. For the numbers that drop, so this would be the bottom percentile, 20th percentile and below. These are students who are very far behind. These are students that we need to quickly move up. Last year, we had 31% of students in that category, and we moved to, at the end of last year, 19%. That was a 12% decrease in those students in that very, very low struggling category. That dropped by 12% in reading, and in math, it dropped 3%, 30 to 27. Again, we need to make bigger changes in math. We are going the right direction, though. Literacy was a huge focus this year. We prioritized literacy and achievement year round, and as a result, we saw massive increases in literacy achievement, massive decreases in that lower category, which is very good. As a result, we have shifted some of our school-based goals this year. Our goal for this year We want to go from 32% achieving in literacy to 45% achieving in literacy. We want to go from 27% achieving in math to 45% achieving in math. That bottom percentile, that really low struggling group, we want to drop that from 21% to 10%. And in math, we want to drop it from 27% to 15%. We are already outperforming and are on the top of our game with academics. However, we will never be completely satisfied till every scholar is on grade level with or above grade level with reading, with math, and there is no one in that low struggling category in reading or math. So we will continue to push. The behavior system that we utilize in our school is called Positive Behavior Intervention and Support, or PBIS. PBIS is an evidence-based tiered framework for supporting students' behavioral, academic, social, emotional, and mental health. When implemented correctly, PBIS will improve social emotional competence, academics, and overall school climate and culture. It's something that we work together within the school, the community, and the family. And what it does is it emphasizes positive behavior. So what we do is we have a point system where we recognize students who are performing outstanding, students who we need to recognize the positives more versus punish the negatives. We will still have consequences. We will still have punishments in place for students that are not able to meet the expectations. It is all laid out in our student handbook. However, the main focus of the school is to promote positivity. Students will receive points through Class Dojo. They can use these for incentives, for items, for trips, for a multitude of things. They will be able to earn positive points. We have made some shifts to arrival and dismissal. As everyone sees, there is a gate, and we're going to talk about the gate and the fence. The earliest time for scholar drop-off is 7:25 a.m. The gates will not open until 7:25. 7:25 is the earliest drop-off, Monday through Friday. There's no more late arrival, no more late arrival, no more late dismissal. Drop-off starts at 7:25. The school day begins at 8 a.m. We need our scholars at school every single day on time. If scholars miss too many days, we will be sending letters, making calls, requiring that you meet with myself, and possibly bringing in truancy court. Please notify office managers by absences by 9 a.m. The number is attached, 501-985-1200. Please reach out to the front office if you know that your child is going to miss, because there are emergencies. All scholars must be dropped off at the front of the school, in the very front of the school. If a scholar arrives after 8 a.m., we do require the parents stop, get out of the car, come in and check their child in. Scholars are not allowed to walk in or be signed in without a parent or legal guardian due to safety concerns, because staff will no longer be on duty. Scholars could possibly be marked absent if they are not brought in after 8, because we've taken attendance, and the office manager will go in and adjust those times. Bus riders will get off at the back. So the bus will arrive by 7:25, 7:30 every day, and they will arrive at the back of the school. If you have questions about bus routes, please make sure you stop by the transportation table. Dismissal procedures. Just like the past few years, car riders will be called to the front of the school to be picked up in the car line. They must be picked up in the car line. We will not allow parents to come up and pick them up, then run across the parking lot. That is too dangerous. They must be picked up in the car line. Staff will direct traffic. Please adhere to all rules and instructions given by all staff. Staff could be changing in and out, but we ask that you always listen to the directions given for the safety of the kiddos being in the street, because there will be walkers. So there are scholars that walk every day across the road, and we do ask parents to be cautious in the car line. That is why we have staff directing, and we will have signs out there for the first couple weeks of school directing traffic. Van riders will be dismissed to the cafeteria, where they'll be picked up by the van. Bus riders will be picked up in the back of the school, so that will not interfere with the car line. Dismissal starts at 3:25, and scholars must be picked up by 3:55. So there's about a 30-minute window. Scholars also may not be checked out after 2:45 p.m. because at that point we are getting ready for dismissal. Any parent or guardian who is picking up their scholar must have their ID on them to verify. One thing that will be a little different this year is if you are reaching out to let the school know that your child is getting home a different way. Maybe they're not riding the bus. Maybe someone else is picking them up. You must call the front office to let them know. You must call the front office. If someone is picking them up who is not on their emergency contact list, that parent must email myself and the office manager and give us their written permission that other person can pick them up. We are being very intentional about safety. We have a new fence, a new gate. We are checking IDs to make sure that the right person is picking up the child. So these are some of the new safety features we have put in place to make sure everything is being done correctly. Again, the fence has been built so that we keep everybody protected during the day. Scholars can play outside, no interruptions. There's only one entrance in and out of the school. Every day, the gates will open at 7:25 and they will close at 8:05 for arrival purposes. You can always stop by the gate and press the button, and the front office can scan you in. The gates will reopen for dismissal from 3:15 to 4:15. So the gates will stay open during arrival and dismissal time. Again, any other time, there's a button right there at the gate to help you get in. Okay. This is a visual. This is a visual of the entire school. So we will walk through very quickly where arrival takes place. So the first thing I want to stress are where the gates are located. There is one gate right here. And this is the main entrance to the school right here. There's also a spot right here, but this stays closed. This entrance that's not an entrance. There's no way to get in there. The other gate is over here. This one is an exit. We can no longer enter that way. The only way to enter is through this gate right here. This is the entrance. So once you go in here, if you are picking up your scholar from the elementary school, you continue down this path, you drive to the front of the school right here and stop in the car line where you will get picked up. You do not want to keep going because buses will be over here. Buses will be here. Vans are right here. All direction. Everything goes this way. Everything goes that way. I hope y'all don't mind the funny looking arrows. This is the direction everything goes. Same with right here. Everything goes this way down the car line. Once you have picked your child up, or if you have a sibling, if you have another child that goes to the high school, they can come around this way and get picked up right here. You will exit out this gate right here. You will exit out right there. So again, this is the only entrance right here. This is the entrance to the school. If you're going to pick up high school kiddos, you will have to drive this way through the high school. And from there, you have to drive all the way around the school, just like this, all the way around and exit. This is the exit. So this is the entrance. This is the exit. I'll leave that for just a second. Okay. The uniform dress code, we will continue sending out flyers. The dress code, any polo shirt that is yellow, blue, white, or green, or any variation of that color is okay for any day of the week. Any polo shirt. We definitely want you to get Lighthouse polo shirts, and on days where we take pictures or go on events, you will be required to wear a Lighthouse polo. So your scholar must have at least one Lighthouse polo. Bottoms are nice khaki pants, blue pants, any material like you see on the flyer. On Fridays, you can wear a Lighthouse Spirit shirt. We will be selling t-shirts and jeans that are appropriate with no rips or tears. We will also have random free dress days that we will announce throughout the school year. Here is just a reminder of our school supply list. If you are in kindergarten, it is a little different. If you are in 1st through 4th grade or other grade levels, this will also be posted for all to see. Finally, we are asking if you have additional items, anything that you see posted on here. We are creating a JLE care closet for anyone with additional needs. So please feel free to look at this. Talk to Mrs. Moore if you are interested in donating some items. Finally, a list of just a few of our partners. Our partners have grown over the years. We partner with a lot of businesses around the community because everyone wants to see their child be successful. Everyone in the community wants to see their child be successful. It takes a village, and it really does require everybody to give everything. This is why we promise engage, embrace, empower every student, every voice, every day. I thank you so much for your time today. I'm incredibly excited to begin the 24-25 school year with you, your family, your scholar. This is the best place to teach and learn in the area, without a doubt. The best staff, the best family, the best scholars, and we've proven it with our academic data, our satisfaction. If you have questions or concerns, please reach out to me, John Osborne, the principal of the building. Here's my email address. Please follow us on Facebook, sign up on Class Dojo. If you have questions, take a sticky note and add your questions. We are also going to try to set up some computers to take questions, but please make sure you leave your questions somewhere so that we can get to them. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy open house, and we are so excited to begin the school year.